I assume if you've stumbled onto this video, then you already know what Hypixel Skyblock is. But if you don't, basically, you're on an island in the sky. And that's it. It's Minecraft. You're on an island in the sky. Now, in Hypixel Skyblock, you just spawn on an island in the sky. And then you can go over to that portal. And that portal takes you into a wonderful multiplayer world where the economy is incredibly inflated and the monsters have so many hit points and you have to grind for about 100 hours to make any progress. It's great. I have one goal here in this world, and that goal is to be the best at something. It's not going to happen, but I'm going to try really, really hard. So get ready, because this took so long, and I barely made any progress, but it was entertaining. Please enjoy. Hi, I'm farming potatoes in Hypixel Skyblock. Why, you might be asking? Why am I farming potatoes when the video title is stuff about diamonds? Well, you see, I am farming potatoes because I need to get better at combat. How does that relate, you might ask? Well, I need hot potato books. Hot potato books increase the stats of your weapons and armor. And I need that because I'm very bad at combat. Now, the issue with hot potato books is that they require a lot of potatoes. So many potatoes. Each one takes a single enchanted baked potato to make. And an enchanted baked potato takes about 2.5 stacks of enchanted potatoes. And each enchanted potato takes 2.5 stacks of normal potatoes. It's a lot of potatoes. For reference, basically full inventory of potatoes here. I get 13 enchanted potatoes. I need 2.5 stacks to make one enchanted baked potato. And in order to fully max out my sets, I need about, well, just for the armor, I need 40 hot potato books. And then if I add in my sword, that's another 10, so 50. So I need, you know, about a lot of potatoes. So many potatoes. I'm not doing that math right now in my head while actively farming because I'm filming this at 10:45 at night and I'm tired. Now, if I'm just like on a public island, I can average about 20,000 potatoes in 20 minutes. Thank you, Farming Contest, for that number. And that's if I'm not fighting with anyone for potatoes. So, I also don't like stealing from the public islands because I do want other people to be able to come and get potatoes. So I have 3 potato minions on my island right now, also working for me. I'm working on kind of getting them upgraded so that they can make more potatoes. I also have a normal potato farm, but I don't just like work on my island very often, so I don't think those will grow very fast. So that begs the next question, why do I need combat to get in the top 1% of diamonds? Well, you see, I need to get to the Crimson Isles. And in order to do that, I need to level up my combat skill to level 22. Why do you need to get to the Crimson Isles? I need quartz. So now at least we're getting to like minerals, right? That's close to diamonds. Why do I need quartz? Because if I get quartz, I can make a mining crystal. And then that makes my diamond minions work faster. Yeah, it's locked behind the level 22 skill. For reference, Here's my skills right now. I am currently at combat 18. And I need 75,000 more XP points to get to 19. That's killing so many things. If I kill one Enderman Zealot, currently that gets me about 50 XP. That's it. Those things have 13,000 health. And I can't one-shot them. Hence why I need to get better at combat. Which still won't help me. I still don't think I will actually be able to one-shot them with my current equipment, but I will try my very best. I am not rich at all. I am so very poor. I only have $1.4 million in the bank, which in Hypixel Skyblock is pennies. That is nothing. I could buy like 3 hot potato books with that. That's it. But you know, we're gonna do this, and then we will make lots of diamonds, and we will still not be rich, because one enchanted diamond block only sells in the bazaar for about $200,000. And that requires the same amount of diamonds as an enchanted baked potato requires potatoes, which is a crap ton of diamonds. Now, last question you might be asking, why would I do this? Why would I possibly be putting myself through this? Well, one, I needed a big picture goal because there are so many little things to do in Hypixel Skyblock that I was just getting like overwhelmed. I'm like, I need something to be working towards, because every area you go to, it's like, here's a new quest, here's a new thing that you can follow, but there's no like end game. At least that I've found. I'm sure there is something, but in general, I haven't found an end game, and I need something to strive towards. And yeah, I will say I did get into this because I watched Technoblade's Potato War videos, and they were awesome, and I thought, that looks fun. I've recently gotten into Minecraft. I could get into Hypixel, and so I did, and it's all I've been doing for the past 2 weeks. And I was like, you know, collecting, that sounds like a cool, like a fun thing to kind of strive towards. I could try to do that. Also, the first day that I started playing, some random kind soul in the mines just came up to me and gifted me an enchanted diamond block, and I was like, I want to see what it takes to actually make one of these so I can truly appreciate this gift that I've been given. It takes hours of grinding. It takes so many diamonds. And so, to whoever that person was, I thank you for that, because I know what that probably took to get. And I don't know why you just kind of randomly gave it to a newbie, but I appreciate it. Even though I will probably never do anything with it, because honestly I don't fully see the appeal of some of the crafting recipes that come from it. I think there are better equipment sets. But it's still pretty cool. So yeah, that's why I'm going for diamonds, because I started trying to like get a bunch of minions and work in the mines to get a bunch of diamonds to make an enchanted diamond block, and I ended up, I think currently I am at, let's see, the top 7.08% in diamonds. So we're getting there. I don't want to be like number 1, that's insane. The people who do that are insane. See again. Technoblade's Potato War videos. But I think 1%, top 1% is doable. I think I could do that. And that starts with mining potatoes. To get hot potato books. To get combat level 22. To get to the Crimson Isle. I think it's called that. It might not be called that. To get to the Nether. To get quartz. To get the mining crystal. To make my minions work faster. So I'll check back in when that's done, when I have all the potato books. Alright, I finally finished mining potatoes. And it took me so long that I got a cold. And also, let's see, top 1.96% in potatoes. We're also in the top 6.19% for diamonds. We're getting closer. But yeah, we have all the hot potato books we need. So many hot potato books. So many potatoes. So many. But we are finally able to actually go and upgrade all of our equipment. I've already fully done my sword just because I wanted it fully done, and I have one book on each of my armor pieces, which is why there's not 50 books, there's 36 books. But I figure no one's gonna worry about not seeing the upcoming time lapse for this that much longer. I also, full disclosure, did not mine all of these potatoes, farm all these potatoes myself. I did buy some of them, partially because I was feeling bad for continually destroying the community garden, and partially because I was getting bored. At one point, someone came up and just gave me 1,000,000 coins, I think as bribery to make me leave the farm and stop stealing all the potatoes, which I did, and I went and I bought like 3 enchanted baked potatoes. So yeah. And there's also a witch trying to kill me. Hi. Can you not? Also, this is my island. It is not pretty, but it is mostly functional. I say mostly because I did decide to just, randomly make a bunch of bridges when I really didn't need to. Oh, something's gonna kill me. Cool. Hi. Can you not? I swear I'm good at this game. I could probably invest in walls and doors so that this kind of stuff doesn't happen. Like, that would be a smart thing to do. Alright, let's do this. This creeper's gonna kill me. Just stay right over there, creeper. We can be friends. We're good. You don't need to bother me. I don't need to bother you. And there we go. Fully hot potatoed armor and sword. It's not too much, but the cool thing about this armor is that all the stats are multiplied by 2 when you're in the end. So that plus 40 health and plus 20 defense become plus 80 health, plus 40 defense on each of them. Which is going to be very nice. Actually, let's see how much health I end up having. So as a base, just on my island, I have 965 health, 436 defense. If we head to the end, goes up to 1607 health and 838 defense. That's pretty good. I will take that. That boosts it by about 300 health from what I was at. That'll be very nice. That'll be really nice. Okay. I still can't one-shot anything, or like the good stuff. I can fall from incredible heights and not die. Only take 4 hearts of damage from that. This game is broken. Let's see. I could do about 7,000 on the first hit. I can 2-shot them all. For the most part. Cool. Alright. The grind for combat level 22 begins. This should be fun. I'll check back in when I have that. During the level 20 grind, I spent most of my time bouncing between fighting Enderman Zealots and fighting Arachne, which was a really great way of getting both experience and money, and came with the added bonus of watching a bunch of people in cow masks stand around swinging their swords waiting for a spider to drop out of the sky. But it was actually really good. Yeah, you could make a ton of money just doing Arachne grinds in competent lobbies because they tend to defend you so you can, not die and actually make the money. I was making about 1,000,000 coins after an hour of doing this, and each of Arachne's brood gave about 90 combat experience, which was a good way of leveling up there. Once I hit level 20, I headed back to the end to the Zealot Bruiser hideout just to see if there was anything worth doing there. But what I found was that these guys have 65,000 hit points. This was never going to go well for me. Alright, so, update. The community has decided to elect a new mayor. And guess who our mayor is? Mayor Derpy. We have elected Mayor Derpy. Now, Mayor Derpy comes with some very interesting perks. He has decided to quadruple our taxes and also make all mobs have twice as much health. It's not great. He ran on the slogan, "Why do things always have to be better?" But he does have some actual perks. Minions have double the output, and you gain 50% more skill experience. What are the two things that I'm trying to do right now? Get my combat level up, so more combat experience, and get diamonds, mainly from my minions. Mayor Derpy, you are perfect. You are exactly what I needed. So for reference, Zealots, which previously had 1,300 health and gave 50 combat experience, now have 2,600 health, but give 77 combat experience. It's not that much more, but it's enough that it's worth it. The downside to this, of course, is that everything has twice as much health. It adds up. I can't do that much damage. I hit a watcher and I do a measly 7,000 damage. This isn't enough. I can't even kill an endermite. My first hit on a zealot, it's like 9,000 damage. Those zealot bruisers that absolutely destroyed me. The lag that is absolutely destroying me at the moment. You know how much health they have now? They have 130,000 health. 130,000 health. I can do 10,000 in one hit. This isn't ideal. This takes so many hits. I'm gonna miss the next dragon. I got 133 combat for that. That's not that much combat experience. But, it's better than nothing. I guess. I can't compete with these people. How do they do it? How do they just zoom around and kill 15 things in one hit? What magic do they possess? How much money do they have? How much real-life money did they need to spend? These are things that keep me up at night, as I sit here with my fully maxed out sword that only does 10,000 damage in one hit. I can't even get there fast enough because of the lag. How am I supposed to grind XP when these guys aren't even taking any damage from an obsidian defender? It's a rough world out here. But, you know, we are making progress. We are currently at combat level 20, and we only need, you know, not that much more experience. Just about 200,000, a bit less than 200,000, 190,000 to get to level 21, and then it's probably 500,000 to get to combat level 22. So I know a number of zealots that I don't want to do the math on right now, but will probably flash on screen when I have the energy to do the math. That many zealots. We'll be fine. We got this. Okay, so pretty much as soon as I stopped recording, some random person started roasting me in the chat about how I wasn't ready to be fighting these mobs, which I will have you know, I was two-shotting zealots before the HP doubled. That was happening. And yes, it takes me like 4 hits now, but that's still not awful. Anyway, he shamed me into emptying my entire life savings to try and buy dragon armor. So that's what we're doing. You know, the hours I spent grinding for those hot potato books, they didn't mean anything. I can get those back. I learned how to use the garden now. I can get back those hot potato books. You know, this is better in the long run. Okay, so it's been like 3 days and this is still bugging me. So basically what happened was, so I'm in the end, which is the area where you go to fight Endermen and dragons and all that stuff. And this guy basically just randomly in the chat is like, hey, you shouldn't be here. You are not ready to be here. You're not ready to fight these things. To which I respond, well, I mean, I have been fighting them for quite a while now, successfully. I just can't one-shot them yet. And he's like, yeah, no, you can't one-shot them, you like 7-shot them, which wasn't true. Actually, I was getting them in 4 hits, and that was only due to the increase in hit points because of Mare Derby. I can usually get them in 2. Regardless, why does it matter? And he's like, okay, so you should get diamond, you need to have combat 18 and dragon armor before you can be here. I'm like, okay, well, I'm combat 20 for one thing, and also I'm working on it. I'm just poor. Because, you know, you either have to earn the dragon armor or buy the dragon armor. And I didn't want to buy the dragon armor. And here's the really stupid thing, right? The end is where you go to get dragon armor. Like, literally, that's what you fight the dragons to get the dragon armor. So, How am I supposed to get dragon armor without being in the end? Does anyone else see the problem here? How am I supposed to get this without going to the end and fighting in that room and killing dragons? It doesn't make any sense. I didn't say that. I wanted to. I really wanted to. Of like, well, you gotta level up somehow, right? How else am I supposed to get the armor that you're saying I should have if I'm not here fighting dragons? I guess the moral of the story is just like, why do you feel the need to comment on other people's gameplay? I was just having fun trying to play the game as intended. There's nothing wrong with trying to play the game as intended instead of going and spending 1.5 million on dragon fragments. I'm like, yeah, I had the money at the time and I made back the money in like a day. So it doesn't matter that much. But still, I wanted to just play the game and get the dragon armor legitimately. Like, is that so wrong? Like, I can understand wanting to go and be like, hey, maybe your armor isn't optimized for this area or something. Like, maybe you should consider getting something else. But like, to tell someone like, hey, you shouldn't be here because you can't kill these enemies in one hit, like, that's weird. That's being weird and kind of gatekeepy. I don't know. Again, if I'm being the weird one, like, let me know. But I just feel like, I don't know, just let people play the game the way they want to play the game. It's Minecraft. It's not bothering you. Anyways, I'm gonna go smush spiders in my vastly overpriced dragon armor now. I can one-shot these guys. So, you know, there. Take that. How did that not even hurt you? That was supposed to deal 3,000 damage. Excuse me. It doesn't hurt them? Oh, that's a ripoff. That is an absolute ripoff. We're just taking this one at a time. Just one little spider at a time. I'm losing so much money, but it's fine. It's really hard when you get swarmed by spiders, okay? The spider swarm does a lot of damage. Also, I went ahead and bought some enchanted lava buckets for my minions. You're doing great, little guys. You're doing great. All of this rests on you. I hope you understand this. It all rests on you. Finally, after many long hours of fighting, I finally did it. I reached level 22 combat. So many spiders, so many ender. But I had it, and the only thing left to do was to head to the Crimson Isles, to get the quartz, to make the mithril crystal, to make my minions work faster. You're almost done. Just had to make it there and not die once we got there. Which was a very big possibility because, let's be honest, I'm not kitted out for being level 22. But it'll be fine. here we are, the Crimson Isle. People are already zooming past me, and there are blazes with 100,000 hit points. I didn't want to just leave this lady here to burn, so I decided to help her, but did so by staying very far out of the blazes' range and just kind of taking pot shots at them with my bow for a minute straight, till eventually they died. She was grateful. I will not be doing her quest anytime soon. Because seriously, look at these wither skeletons, they have 250,000 hit points. I can't compete with this, my sword does 7,000 damage. This is worse than the Enderman Zealots. But all I need to do is just find the quartz, which after some exploration, I did! I found a quartz deposit. It was going to take quite a bit of mining because turns out you need level 4 collection to be able to make enchanted quartz, which is what we need for the mithril crystal. So yeah, it took 10 minutes of mining in just this one vein, but I did eventually get there. And with that, we have the enchanted quartz recipe, we have all the quartz needed, and we have the enchanted quartz. At this point, I basically just ran home to be able to actually go craft the mithril crystal, and after so long, we finally have it. The mithril crystal. So I went in to my minion's new mining enclosure and placed it. And with that, we have officially completed our first real tangible goal of Hypixel Skyblock. We have the crystal. It only took us like a month. The journey is far from over though. We still have a lot to do. We are still only in the top 4.93% for diamonds. That is not the top 1%. That is 4.93%. We only have 487,310 diamonds. We can do better. It is hilarious and worth noting that in this time I've gotten in at least the top 2%, top 5%, top 2%, and top 1.5% for most farming collections. I have almost 2 million potatoes farmed. I'm the top 1.35% for potatoes. But there's a reason we're not doing top 1% of potatoes, of crops. It's too easy to get the top 1% for any of these farming crops. Top 1% for raw chicken? Easy. I'm in the top 1.4. I just need to leave my chicken minions out a little bit longer. We're not doing that. We're going for diamonds. We're gonna get there. The next goal is going to be to get as many minions as possible. That's going to take some effort. So I'm going to leave that for next time. And for now, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will be back to continue this. This is not over.